All right, I just keep on going along here. We're getting into some of the final games that I was gonna get a full review, but aren't as highly rated as the past ones I was basically doing just recently. The first one is gonna be called Quartz by Brain in a Bowl. Small scale time travel roguelike. Let's see what it's all about. Tuesday, October 31st, 1986, 5:45 a.m. You find a package on your doorstep. It contains a strange device and a note that reads, "If you read this, there's still time. Tonight, Wei Yuna Corp will use their prototype Quartz device to travel back in time and ruin life for all of us. Take this device, use it to infiltrate their headquarters, steal the prototype, and send it back in time to yourself to thwart their plans. If this doesn't make any sense, don't think so much about it." The goal of the game is to clear every level, which makes you proceed to the next one. On level 8, you can nab the Quartz device and win the game. At the beginning of each turn, you gain 0.5 phase charge. With the E button on your keyboard or the device, you can either teleport to another place or of a level using one charge, or go back in time using one charge per turn. When you go back in time, you can perform one action in that turn before being returned to your native time. So controls, arrows, blocks to move, E to initiate, phase, confirm, Q to cancel, go back, X menu, X to play music, pause music, Z for previous song, C for next song. Bugs, if you run into any issues, you can add them, blah blah, so you get help everything. There's the credits, we got sort of a team here. So music, MIDI player, MIDI sound font, color scheme, icons, blah blah. Okay, so this is one person probably, but whatever. Brain a Bowl, let's see what you got for us. And everything right there. So okay, so menu is Q, E for whatever. Level 1, okay. Level 2, okay, what am I doing here? Found a phase charge, okay. Alright, level 3. So I got full phase if I need it. I'm not really sure what the point of the arrows being on some things basically are. Okay, so that's just going to kill me if I run into it. Okay, try again. So enter basically gets me through that apparently. Alright, that works. So you can press enter to sort of do stuff. Okay. Found Beethoven Symphony Ode to Joy piano solo mid. Okay. so I guess those are cassette tapes. Very interesting. Okay. See, if they run into you, you lose health. Found Sugar Plum Fairy. You know, I kind of feel this is a roguelike, but it's like a very crappy roguelike, to say the least. So there's level 8. There's a prize. You won. Try again. Okay, we're on the next level. I think these things push you so you can actually push into hazards. So that's interesting. Alright, that worked. Okay. Okay, how can I like pause music? Is it X? There we go, turn off music that way. So yeah, I think this is basically like, you know, you could call this a roguelike, but at the same time, like, you know, in roguelikes basically they don't really allow for waiting, and it feels like this is a game that, like, you know, would benefit tremendously from that sort of concept of not being able to sort of wait. Is there anywhere I can go to basically avoid being hit here? So I got pushed by that thing. Oh, I died. Try again. I ran into that thing, so I took injury. Kind of phase charge. Not sure I basically beat that level, but okay, we did. I guess once they get your attention, they actually charge you. The enemy actors here. It kind of feels like, it would have been a good idea to actually have it so you actually see which way they're sort of facing, stuff like that, but whatever. Let's get a review. So there's my, new game, save game. But I can save your game here if you want to, but, I'm trying to use, the phase confirm, I guess, so. There's the way out. I won. Try again. Yeah, it feels like it's basically a game that, I'm not really sure, the core mechanics basically being executed very well. It's almost easier just to sort of, not basically try and do his, intended thing here, so. Can I be seen through the hazard, I wonder? Guess not. Can you see me from over there, I wonder? Yeah, I'm not sure the phasing thing works all well either. So I guess those guys are ranged, and basically just shoot you at range is the idea. And once they basically start chasing you, you're basically dead. So, yeah. These guys just sort of run after you. They can still melee me, of course, if they get, close enough, but whatever. And I don't want to do a new game. Let's phase. Okay, I killed him. And we killed him, I guess. There's the prize. He killed himself. I feel like I can go past level 9, by the way. Is that intended, or like, it's supposed to happen like that? Did this guy shoot me through his friend? I think this level's unwinnable because I can't actually get through here. Alright, well, I think there's basically problems with Quartz here. It's got, like, a bro-like mentality, but, lets you run into walls, but let's just skip turns. Some other issues basically with it as well, but whatever. Not much more to say on that. I hope you guys enjoy and take care.